If you're already in business or looking to go into business, perhaps in private practice, there is one book I would recommend adding to your library. Let's talk about that. Hello, welcome to the Therapy Business School. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. My name is James Taylor. I'm an online counsellor, hypnotherapist, a life coach and a hypnotherapy supervisor. I'm also a podcaster, a YouTuber and an author. Now, I heard about this book from one of my hypnotherapy tutors many years ago, and it really helped me and was quite uncomfortable reading. The book is called The eMyth Revisited by Michael Gerber. And the way the book reads, there's a lady who's got her own business and she is struggling with it. But when she was a young girl, she used to love baking with her grandmother, and she got a deep love for baking. And all she wanted to do as she was growing up was have her own business, and the love that she had with making these things with her grandmother, she wants to have her own business and do this elsewhere. So she starts her own business, but it soon starts to go quite wrong, and she finds out that the love she once had for it, she's now starting to hate it. So in the book, Sarah is now talking to Michael Gerber, and Michael Gerber is educating her on different aspects of business, and it's quite an interesting book. Don't let the title put you off. The title is not very, I would say, inviting, called The eMyth Revisited, but the book is actually very good. Now, one aspect of the book talks about there's three parts to every business. There is the manager, there is the entrepreneur, and there is the worker. And they all have very different roles, and they all want very different things. Now, if they're not working in harmony with each other, conflict is caused. And this is every single business, whether you're working on your own or whether you're working multiple people in the business itself. So let's talk about what different roles these people have. So the manager just wants to make sure everything is going smooth, everything is nice, everything is ticking along as it should be. That's all they want. The worker, they just want the work and just to get on with the work. And they don't really mind what the work is. Give them a job, they'll learn how to do it, they'll start doing it. The entrepreneur is the one, the shiny object syndrome, who bounces from idea to idea. Oh, this might be nice, let's do this. Oh, what about this? Oh, what about this over here? And they'll all of a sudden bring up a new idea, expect the worker to know how to do it. And the worker doesn't, because the worker's got to learn how this new thing works. So the worker starts to get overloaded, starts to slow down on their capability, which upsets the manager. And just as the worker gets to grips with, okay, this is how this thing works, the entrepreneur turns up with a new thing. Oh, look at this, forget that old thing, let's do this new thing. Does this resonate with anyone? It definitely resonated with me when I was starting out. And I'll be completely honest with you, it was an uncomfortable read, because I realised that there was different parts. For me, it was the entrepreneur. Oh, this might be a good idea, that might be a good idea, what about this, let's buy that. And honestly, when I was doing this, the worker, using these like three people within ourselves, the worker wasn't very happy with what the entrepreneur side of me was doing. And the manager was even more frustrated because everything was just slowing down. So this is just one aspect of the book, The eMyth Revisited. And what Michael Gerber does through a series of lessons with Sarah, he educates her on getting strategies and mechanisms and procedures in place. And that is a must for any business, especially a therapy business, I would say, because we're dealing with people's emotions, we're dealing with their feelings, we're dealing with their problems, and we've got to manage our own as well as help them manage theirs. So now we're starting to spin a few plates. And if we don't get our side of the fence, our house in order, how can we really do the best we can for our clients? All right? Because the benefit of this is, if you do get these things in place, and I made so many mistakes, and on this channel I will happily talk about them, because I want you to get better at what you do and save yourself the pain with some of the mistakes that I made. And I've mentioned a few of them already. I'll put a few links up above. So it's important that you get strategies in your business that might take a little bit of time to set up, but when they're set up, they just operate automatically without any input or very little input from yourself. So what kind of things am I talking about? Well, one that I held off on for such a long time, and it was ridiculous, and when I look back now, I can't really think why I did this. But one thing I held back on was a booking software, or a booking software, depending on where you're from. So now I use one called Calendly. Now I'm on no commission for recommending Calendly. There's many out there. That's one that I used, but it's really, really easy to do. So what I can do, if someone as a client is interested in booking a session, or a potential client is interested in booking a session with me, then I will send them a link and it opens to my calendar and they can see what times and dates are available. And if they book a session with the link I've sent them, it sends an update to their calendar, it sends an update to my calendar, so I know I've been booked for this, and you can have payment links, you can do all kinds. Well, that's a system that's far better than me sending a text message. It's Tuesday at 10 a.m, okay? And they say, oh, I can't do 10. Have you got 11? Oh no, I haven't got 11. Have you got 2 o'clock? Oh no, I haven't got 2. Saves all that rubbish. So it's good to have systems in your business. So I would recommend you get the eMyth revisited and add it to your library. Honestly, it's not a comfortable read if you are already in business. I mean, if you read it and you think, yeah, box ticked, you know you're doing the right thing. But if you are in business and you read it, it might be a little bit uncomfortable. If you're not in business and you're thinking about going into business in your own private practice, get the book. It's a fantastic way to not make mistakes. Now, total transparency on my part, the link that I will suggest is an affiliate link. So what that means is it doesn't change the price you may pay for it, but I may get a commission because I've recommended the book, and it's about 4%. So whatever price the book is, whatever 4% is of that, that's what I will most likely get. So we're talking pennies, really. You know, I'm not gonna get to me Caribbean island on the back of you buying the book, but I'm not recommending the book so I get the pennies. I'm recommending the book because it's a very, very, very good one. All right. So I hope this video has helped. There'll be a few links in the description for a few other things that may interest you. Check them out as well. And please remember to do the like, the share, and the subscribe. And ring that bell. That always helps. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I do these weekly, unless the wheel comes off and then something doesn't happen. Predominantly they're weekly videos. And any questions at all about this or about anything, or any content you'd like to see on this channel, put it in the comments below. Don't ask, don't get. All right. So I'll see you on the next episode. This is James from Therapy Business School. Bye bye.